guys, so as you know in Forsaken there is 3 survivor classes. Those being survivalists, supports, and sentinels. So in today's video I will be rating each class on a tier list. There will be 1 tier list for survivalists, 1 for supports, and 1 for sentinels, to decide who is the best in each class. So let's get straight into it. So for the first tier we will do the survivalists. In the survivalist class we have 7 and 7, Noob, and Veronica. We are going to start off with Noob. Now Noob has only 3 abilities, and they are Bloxy-Cola, Sluteskin, and Ghostburger. Bloxy-Cola gives Noob speed 1 for 10 seconds. This can help Noob run away from the killer, since it has a short windup and can be consumed quickly. Noob's next ability is Slate Skin. This makes Noob basically for 6 seconds, but it severely slows you down. Noob's last ability is Ghostburger, and it's kind of useless. It's only good in some scenarios and just makes you semi-invisible. Overall, Noob is an alright survivalist and deserves probably a C tier. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments, since these opinions are coming from my experiences with the character. Next up is 007 and 7. He has 3 abilities, with those being Clone, Cool GUI, and Inject. Clone is pretty self-explanatory. It just makes a clone of you and makes 007 and 7 semi-invisible for a few seconds. The clone lasts for 10 seconds and can be influenced by his next ability, Inject. Inject lets 007 and 7 change the movement type of his clone. Half-Find makes it so the clone goes to the furthest spawn, which is indicated by 007 and 7's passive. The next movement type is Aimless. This just makes the clone run around aimlessly. And the last type is Cursor, which makes the clone follow your, cursor. 007 and 7's last ability is Cool GUI. This makes 007 and 7 very slow for 6 seconds, but teleports him to the furthest spawn. If 007 and 7 gets hit while using this ability, it will automatically cancel. Overall, 007 and 7 is quite weak and needs a buff. His abilities either don't fool anyone or have a very long wind-up. So I'd say 007 and 7 is a D tier. Now last, for the survivalists, we have Veronica. She has quite a few abilities, with those being Vandalism, Skate, Broadcast, and Activate Battery. Vandalism lets Veronica spray paint graffiti onto any wall. The graffiti only has 15 HP and can be wiped off or destroyed by killers. It will also create a mini-zone that is Veronica, as in it she will gain her Skate ability. Skate allows Veronica to skate around the map and do tricks. Over time she will run out of stamina, but she can gain more by hitting tricks. Next up is Broadcast. This has 3 different types, like 007 and 7's Inject, that will affect Veronika's Skate ability. The different types are Bumper, which allows you to push the killer away if you hit them, similar to Guest 1337's charge. Phase, which makes it so if you skate into the killer you will phase through them and gain a speed boost for a few seconds. And lastly, Mobile, which makes it so when you hit tricks you have increased turn controls. Now Veronika's last ability is called Active Battery. This ability lets you heal yourself if you have enough battery percentage. You can get battery by hitting 3 tricks in a row, bumping into the killer, or phasing into the killer. Also, Veronica has a passive which makes her unable to use medkits or eats Elliot's pizza. Overall, Veronica is a great survivalist. She has great mobility and can self-heal. So I'm going to give her an A tier, which makes Veronica the best survivalist. Next up is supports, starting with Builder Man. Builder Man has two abilities, with them being called Sentry and Dispenser. Sentry makes Builder Man stand still to build a sentry that slows the killer down and takes turn ones to be destroyed. Dispenser takes the same amount of time to set up and will heal you by 1 health every second if you're in range with it. It also takes 1 M1 to destroy. Overall, Builder Man is a great survivor, being able to stall the killer and prevent them from killing teammates. So I'd say Builder Man is definitely an A tier. Next up is Elliot. Elliot has two abilities, with those being Pizza Throw and Rush Hour. Pizza Throw lets Elliot throw a pizza that can heal survivors. If Elliot does generators, the amount of health the pizza heals will go up. When Elliot heals a survivor, he will gain 1 charge to his next ability, Rush Hour. Rush Hour gives Elliot speed 3 for 3 seconds, letting him run away faster. Overall, Elliot is just an average healer that can be annoying if the killer doesn't stomp them out early on. So I think he definitely deserves an B tier. Dusakar is up next. Dusakar has two abilities. Spawn Protection gives a targeted survivor overheal for a few seconds, whilst Plasma Beam, after a short wind-up, fires a beam that, if it hits a killer, will slow them for a few seconds, but if it hits a survivor, it does the opposite and speeds them up. Sadly, Dusakar is probably the weakest of the supports even, though he is very OP like the rest. So I think I'll have to give him C tier. Sorry, Dusakar mates. Now the final survivor for the supports is Taff. Taff has two abilities like all the others. They can place down trip wires, which if the killer steps on will slow the killer down and reveal their location, but they can be destroyed easily. Their next ability is Subspace Trip Mine. This makes Taff throw a bomb that if the killer gets near will basically stun them for a few seconds. Overall, Taff is very powerful, but I don't think they are as good as Builder Man, so they deserve a B tier. This makes Builder Man the best support. By the way, I think all of the supports are very powerful. Now the last class to rank is the Sentinels, starting with Two Time. Two Time has 3 abilities, with them being Dagger, Crouch, and Ritual. Dagger lets Two Time pull out a dagger. If they hit the front of the killer 3 times, they will get a full ablation bar and the killer will get helpless for a few seconds. But if Two Time gets a backstab, then they will stun the killer. It takes 2 backstabs to get full ablation. Two Time's next ability is Crouch. This lets them become semi-invisible for 15 seconds, and if they use their dagger while crouching, it will make them do a lunge. Two Time's last ability is Ritual. This ability makes Two Time stand still and place a spawn point. When they get full ablation and die, they will respawn on their Ritual with 40 HP. I forgot to mention that when Two Time hits a front stab, they get 10 HP, and when they hit a backstab, they get 20 HP also. If Two Time enters LMS, they will immediately respawn if they haven't already, and have 120 HP if they had full ablation. Two Time is a very op sentinel and can heal themselves by just hitting stabs, so Two Time is definitely deserving of S tier. Next up is Shedletsky. Shedletsky has 2 abilities, with them being Slash and Fried Chicken. Slash makes Shedletsky slash his sword. If it hits, then the killer will get stunned for a few seconds. Fried Chicken can only be used twice, but it heals you by 40 HP over time. When eating it, you are slowed down. Overall, Shedletsky is very simple but powerful, so he gets an A tier. Now it's time for Guest 133 Frog. 7. Guest has 3 abilities, with those being, you know what, screw Guest, I hate him and I want him to burn. C tier, the only thing saving him from D tier is the dopamine from hitting a punch or parry. The final survivor is Chance. I'm going to make this quick before I lose motivation on this video. Basically, Chance can flip a coin that can give him weakness or a charge on his abilities. The more charges gives him more luck on his abilities, whilst weakness makes him take more damage. He can shoot the killer from afar, distance or blow up, and he can change his health from 70 all the way up to 130. And at 3 charges he can do a hat fix that removes all weakness. He's very good but has a chance of dying from his abilities, so I'll give him an A tier above Shedletsky. So the best survivor in each class are Veronica, Builderman, and Tatai. So that's the end of the video. Remember that. This is just my opinion and you don't have to agree. Anyways, have a good day. Bye.